Hi everybody. I wanted to make a video because it's been a couple months since I made my first one in a while. I used to have a channel before, but I got kind of freaked out that coworkers or family would somehow discover it, and I wish that I didn't delete it because I don't have those videos anymore because they stayed on my ex's computer. But anyways, I digress. So the video today is going to be about what I've been struggling with the last couple months, which is a relapse in my form of OCD called Pure O, or Purely Obsessional OCD. And I don't know exactly what triggered it, but it basically happened after I found out that Trump was elected. I haven't been completely OCD free before. I've been in therapy for it for about a year. I've only known that I've had OCD for about 2.5 years. Before that, I thought I just had like panic or generalized anxiety and stuff related around me being trans and being recovering from alcoholism, which I was in AA for about 5 years, and I'm glad I had that period of sobriety, and now I'm back to having a beer occasionally, but honestly it just doesn't work for me anymore, so I don't really, it's not an issue. But yeah, so I think that, a part of this channel I also want to be me sharing my experiences with this, because it's very, very, I hate having it. I'm just trying to stay excited and hopeful because I feel really grateful to have a job that I have insurance with that allows me to go to a clinical psychologist who has worked with OCD patients, which the treatment for OCD is very specific. It's exposure and response prevention therapy and other therapies that are shown to be pretty effective for my form of OCD, like ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy, and some mindfulness stuff thrown in. But basically, sorry, I'm outside. I live in the desert and I have animals. There's some chickens and there's usually a horse peeking her head around there, but that's my dog. Anyways, so yeah, exposure and response prevention therapy is basically I have to come up with a hierarchy of fears and obsessions, and I have to expose myself to them. So with, well, one fear that I have is of heights, so an exposure would be going on a plane, that's like at the top of my hierarchy. I'm not ready to do that, but I might this weekend go and ride the tram up to the mountaintop. So then there's most of my obsessions though are, you can't really expose yourself to them physically, so I have to create like these scripts of like my worst fears. So one of my obsessions is, we're all gonna die one day, and sorry, it's like really morbid, but so I have to come up with some script of like the worst case scenario of, I have an irrational fear too that, I'll die and be buried alive and wake up and be trapped, or that somehow you're still conscious after you die and experience all the pain and stuff that, but anyways, I'm sorry if this is like too much for people, but I really feel like I need a platform to share what's going on, because I think part of my recovery is going to be connecting with others and just speaking my truth and not like having it be in my head all the time. And it's sort of me kind of like trying to communicate to the universe like, hey, I'm ready to heal, I'm ready to, hopefully get through this so I can live my life and not, have a huge depressive episode every couple of months where I don't want to get out of bed and I have so much anxiety that it just is really, I mean, luckily I've been able to keep my job, but I have a lot of trouble focusing in school, and if I'm going to become a nurse, there's no way I'm going to be able to get through nursing school if I continue to live like I've been living. So, yeah, this video isn't scripted. I don't know. I'm not used to making videos yet, but I just wanted to kind of put that out there. And one of the things that I realized, one of my obsessions, and it doesn't happen that often anymore, but when I was first realizing that I was trans, see, OCD likes to attack your your greatest fears. So if you're not afraid of flying, it's not going to bother you. It's not going to send you intrusive thoughts about, the plane crashing and whatever when you're on the plane. But, so one of my fears was, am I really trans or am I not, And so I'll have an intrusive thought every once in a while about, what, am I really trans, or did I just do all of this and I'm going to wake up one day and regret it, And it's just so funny because it goes completely against my experience throughout this entire process of transition, of just this internal sense of this is right and this is who I am, and just having flashbacks and memories and talking to family members who knew that I wasn't a girl from like age 2, and I'm not saying that you're not trans if you didn't, have that um, experience like at a young age or whatever, but for me it's been pretty consistent throughout my life, so it's just ridiculous. So OCD can be pretty irrational, but anyways, yeah, if you have any questions or you can relate or whatever, feel free to comment, and I'll be trying to make some more videos on this topic and some others hopefully. So all right, take care.